Hi guys, it's Lisa and I'm here with another video. Today is Wednesday, February 18th, I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's the 18th. So let's see, I just want to say welcome to all my new subscribers, which, yeah, welcome guys, it's great that you're here. And welcome back to all you guys who've been here with me. It's really great for you guys and the support you're giving me, and it's so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing these videos. So just to refresh, I'm YarnYenta247 here on YouTube and on Instagram, and YarnYenta1 on Ravelry. Love Instagram. It's like the place I hang out all the time. I feel like I'm just amongst friends, and you'll probably see me posting there quite a bit. Well, I usually try to post on Mondays or videos, and this week kind of got away from me. Some of you may have seen my Instagram posts the past couple days because I was at the dentist with my poor son who had a horrible, horrible toothache and ended up needing root canal. So we were dealing with that for a couple days now. Things are better. You know, he's a little sore because of all the work they did, but the pain that he was in is obviously gone, which we're very grateful for. If any of you know about tooth pain, it's horrible. And to add insult to injury, the whole dental insurance, which we don't have here, and out-of-pocket expenses. I mean, I'm not going to go in a rant about it, but it's just shocking how much it cost. But whatever, it was taken care of and we worked it out. Lots of money depleted, but that's neither here nor there, and I'm not going to continue with that because, like I said, his tooth's better and he's feeling better, and that's really the most important thing. So, traveling news. We haven't really been doing too much traveling, few local things. The exciting thing that happened a few days ago, and I did post a little video, we had a mini fiesta, balloon fiesta. Now, I don't know if those of you are familiar with the Albuquerque area, but that's a big thing that they have in October. It's a very well-known balloon fiesta. It's every year, and we were actually here for that, which was wonderful, and it was great. But right outside our campground the other morning, there was another balloon launch, and it was like a little mini one, and there were quite a few balloons, and they flew right over our campgrounds. I got to take a few pictures, couldn't really see them as well, but I did post. And then my husband, on his way to where he's working, he actually got to see some come right over his truck on the road and land right next to him, and one was so close that he was actually able to wave to them and saw them in their basket, and he was very excited about that. So that was one thing we did that happened this week. The other thing that we did was we just did a real local thing, and we took a walk across the Rio Grande. There's a little walking footbridge that you can walk over. And I did take some pictures, and I'll probably try to stick them in at the end. Rio Grande, it's called the Rio Grande. It's not very grand. It's actually, at least here where we are, it's pretty small, and it's kind of muddy and not very deep. So, but it was pretty, and we had a nice little walk. So that's pretty much it for the travel news for this week. And I guess I'm just going to get right on to the yarny stuff, because I do have some finished objects. I actually have a few finished objects, which is really exciting for me because I haven't had a lot of that in a while. And the one is the one I'm wearing. It's my poncho, which I finished. Yay! Zing, it's done! I love it. I'm really happy with how it came out. I did a little bit of modification on, oops, the doggies are running, so you may hear some barking. I did do some modifications on the neck. I started with a double crochet, like I did the chain. Oh, sorry about that. Come on, Coda, it's okay. All right, I may pause this if they keep it up. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to pause it for a second, try to deal with the dogs. I'll be back. About that, I'm back. So I was talking to you about dogs. We're at my friend's cousin, and we brought our dog to visit, and she's got 2 dogs, and they were barking and carrying on. They're having a fun time, but they're loud. Anyway, back to my poncho. I'm loving it. So this was done with a homespun painted desert. I did make a few modifications, and I may be going off again. There's lots of birds flying around here today, and they're trying to get the birds. So I started with, after I did the initial chain, the way I sort of start things sometimes with crocheting, and even with knitting, I do 1 row before I join in the round. So I did a row on this with double crochet here, And then I started the poncho. And when I came back to do the neck, I kind of did a little modification. I did a single crochet, double crochet, and then single crochets at the top. So that's what I got. And I did a little, I don't know if this is like a picot edge, I don't know what it's called, but it's sort of a chain, and then single crochets to make little loop-de-loops. So that's my poncho, and I've been wearing it pretty much every day, and I love it. So, hats. I mentioned last time that I'm making some hats for charity. That's sort of my ongoing projects, and somebody from back home put out a thing that they needed, that upstate, because it's so cold, the homeless shelters are really low on some warm, items, and I thought, well, I have some already made, so I might as well just send what I have, and I'll keep, making them through the year for next season. So I showed you these two already, which I'm going to send off, and I did do 2 more. These are basic beanies, black and like a turquoise. I think this is Red Heart, Super Saver, and maybe Burnett. But that came out nice. It's just like I said, basic beanie. I used the Bob Wilson 1, 2, 3 tutorial. It's double crochets and then half double crochets for the stripe. And then this is a little baby hat that I just did. I had some gumdrop left. I don't remember the colorway right now, but anyway, it was a bag I made for a friend last summer, which was this is left over for that. And this is just a little baby hat, and I think I basically just did half double crochet around. So those are my hats, and those are going out in the mail. I have a few ends to weave in, but otherwise they're ready. Okay, so I talked about the poncho, the hats. So my next thing that I did was I did the second square for the Brownie Knit along, for Brownie Knit's BK 2015 blanket along. See that? And this is the second one. I think it's upside down. Oops, there we go. And anyway, this was done. There it is, and I loved it. This was a great knit. The pattern is beautiful. It's looks like it's complicated, and it really isn't. It was just some yarn overs, and it was a really easy pattern to follow. I'm really enjoying working on this blanket, and looking forward to the next one for March soon. This was done in Cascade 220, and I don't know the colorway. I do try, like I've said before, I do try to put things on my project page on Ravelry if you're interested. And you should do this knit along. I was just watching Robin's video. She's QHLOVERR, I think, on YouTube. She mentioned me too, so I'm mentioning her back. Hi, Robin. She decided to do it after seeing, I guess, my first square. So it's fun. You should jump on board. It's not too late, and it would be easy to catch up. And that's Brownie Knits. Okay, my last FO is something I'm really, really proud of, because it's the first time I've ever sort of tried my hand at designing, or just winging it, like not following a pattern. And a friend of mine from back east was talking about how I had made her a pair of mitts last year, just on the spur of the moment, because she was talking about how in her office she does a lot of computer work, and she works from home sometimes, and it's cold, but she still needs to work and can't wear regular gloves. So I made her a pair of fingerless mitts, and she just mentioned how much helpful they were and she loved them, and she wished she could get a pair for a friend of hers in her office who also is complaining about the cold. And I just kind of said, I'll make one. I'll make her a pair, and I woke up the next morning kind of thinking about it, and I did. So these are, I'm sorry, the ends. I just didn't get to, I wanted to show them to you, and I hadn't done the ends yet, so I'm going to put them on because I'm so excited. I know some of you out there probably think, what's the big deal? But for me, this was a big deal because, like I said, I usually have to follow patterns. I'm not very good at making stuff up and winging it, but I did. I kind of, the little design in the middle, I know the ends don't help any, but I love it. I love how it came out. I figured I had to do the thumb gusset, which for me was a little complicated, kind of intimidating, but it wasn't really hard at all. I kind of looked at some other patterns and, figured out how they did the gusset. I watched a YouTube video, of course. It wasn't that hard, and I'm going to do more because it really wasn't as hard as I thought. This was done in Fisherman's Wool, Lion Brand's Fisherman's Wool, in the Brown Heather colorway. And I used size 6 US 6 needles. I guess I should try to figure out the millimeters. I'm not very good at that, but I'll work on that, I promise. So that's the mitts, and those are all my finished objects. What's ongoing? Okay, so whips. And one of the reasons I decided to kind of do this video today was because I do have this big project that I'm going to start working on probably tomorrow, I'm thinking. I mentioned it last time. The same friend who I talked about just a minute ago with the mitts, she has some friends who just had twins, and asked me she commissioned me if I could make baby blankets for them. So we've been waiting on yarn to come in, and the yarn has come in, and I'll probably just show that to you. And so I think that's going to really be what most of my knitting time is going to be devoted to, because I want to be able to get those done as soon as possible. So because of that, there were a couple of things I really wanted to kind of keep working on and get done. So I did get those done, and then there's some works in progress that I haven't touched, which I'm not even going to bother showing today. I'm just going to show the ones I've been working on. So the one of the things I've been working on is my bag that's going to be felted. And I've mentioned before, if we end up leaving sooner than later, I probably would like to get this done so I could felt it before we leave. So I have been working on this, and I got to the flap part. I'll show you that. I'm almost done with the flap, a few more rows. And I did decide to go with the greenish for the flap. I think I'm going to have just enough for the flap, and if I may try to do the handle, if not, I think this will probably be okay for the handle. And this was done with the Valley Yarns Northampton, which is their 100% wool, and the red is the Old Barn Red. That's Old Barn Red, and the green is called, oh, I don't know, sorry. I know I had it in here, but I can't seem to find that label right now. Oh, Lake Heather, I'm sorry, Lake Heather, okay? So, I don't know if you can see that, but it's Valley Yarn, Lake Heather in Northampton. So that's my bag, and I'm hopefully going to have that done in another week or two. The needles I'm using are just Clovers. These are size 15s, I think. And that's what that is. And again, this is on my my projects page on Ravelry. So if you want to check that out, it's out of a book, Personalities, some purses or something. Okay, the last thing, no, there's two, I'm sorry. I did a little bit of work. This was my knitting one day while we were waiting for my son's surgery. I think I got one more point done on my hitchhiker, and I've shown this before, and I know I love the yarn. I'm telling you, that's what makes the difference with this pattern. It's an easy pattern, but when you use this, like the right kind of striping yarn, it's just comes out so beautiful, and I'm loving the way this is. And it's been really fun because just to see kind of what color and how it's going to look next. And this has been my Millens, like I said before, and I kind of skeined up this. I added a new one because I ran out. I kind of tried to match where I thought it would come, but I don't know how it's going to work. And I have plenty more, but this is what I'm hoping will get me through, though I do have more if I need it. So again, this is probably going to take a back seat for a couple weeks at least. But I've been having fun. I really love working on my hitchhiker. Okay, the last whip, which is an active one, which will continue to be active because I definitely want to finish this, even if I'm working on those blankets, for two reasons. One, because I've been working on it a while. Well, actually, I guess it's three reasons, because, and I'll show you what it is. They're my leather socks from Fibertown. And yes, I got my heels done, and this one, is it this one? One of them, I started the toe decreases, which is this one. So this, I'm almost done. I'm like, I will be probably finished with these, I think, tonight. By tonight. I'm trying, I may even just work and finish both of them by tonight. So this was leather sock by Fibertown. Hi, Emily. I don't know if you watch my videos, but we do post to each other on Instagram a little bit. She does a finished object, an FO thread in her group. She has a Ravelry group, Fibertown, and it's fiber with an R-E. And she does giveaways, if you post something. But this month in particular, she's doing a sock finished object thread, and if you do one of her patterns, I think it's socks, but it may be any of her patterns in the finished object thread, I'm not sure, you get an extra entry, I think, or maybe 2, I don't know. So I'm working on one of her patterns. It is a sock pattern, so that's my goal, is to get these done for that by the end of the month. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, I want to open up a new box in my mystery sock club. So I'm excited about wanting to do that. And reason number 3 is I'm joining the, Spring into Sock Cal that Bakery Bears and Knits is doing jointly. And I want to do that. And that starts March 1st and goes until the end of April. And I'm ready to start a new pair of socks. And these took me, almost the 2 months. Like I said, it's not a set schedule with me. It's basically when I finish another pair, I'm going to start a pair. So that's my goal. I'm going to try to get these done as soon as possible so that I can start it, pick a new sock yarn, and I can be part of the Bakery Bears and Knits Cal. All right, so that takes care of my whips. Spinning, this is it. I'm just going to show you really quick because it's still really just practice spinning. I've been, this is my cheap fiber, and that's as far as I've gotten. And I changed colors because I was doing white and this is a brown, and I just wanted to do a different, just for, to kind of switch it up a little, is what I'm trying to say. A little tongue-tied today, I guess. So that's my spinning. I try to do a little bit every day, but I'm not successful, and I love and envy all of you out there and my Instagram friends who spin and actually make yarn that they can use for projects, because of course that is the ultimate goal. And someday I will be there, but right now I'm still really at the practice stage. So that's my spinning. Okay, and I do keep notes, as you know, because I never remember everything I want to talk about. And so the next thing, so I did talk about the baby blankets. The yarn came. I'm going to show you really quick. There's 4 skeins of each color. We ordered, so they're twins. They're boy and a girl twin. The nursery is yellow. I'm using Karen Simply Soft. I decided that I've been using that for my sweater, and I really like the fabric, how it's coming out. It's very soft. And for this blanket, I thought it would be a good yarn. It's the ABC baby blanket, which I showed you, I think, last week, by Knit Picks. It's a free pattern on Knit Picks and Ravelry. It looks like a great pattern. I read some reviews and, some project comments, and it's pretty much garter stitch, some stockinette stitch, and then to make the little boxes of the designs, knit and purl following a chart. So I'm going to probably do them simultaneously. Like I'll do a section in one blanket, then I'll start the other blanket and just keep working on them, because I think if I worked on one and then started the other, I don't know how that would work for me. I think I'd lose a little bit of steam. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. That is going to be, obviously what I'm focusing on probably for the next couple of weeks. The yarn. So for the little boy, his name is Spencer. We picked out this color. It's called Pagoda. It's a really pretty kind of deep greenish blue. I don't know. It's lovely. And that was like no problem. That we picked that out pretty quickly. My friend and I had a really fun time online. She, from where she was and where I was, we were online together in our respective homes. And the girl wasn't. Her name is Charlotte. Was not so easy. I know, twins. Can you imagine? It's like ay. So we picked out this Passion, and I don't know. It's a nice color. It's a lot brighter than I thought. It's pretty. I thought it was deeper. It looked deeper. Sometimes it's really hard to buy yarn online. It really is. But then we picked this color first, but weren't sure, afraid if it wasn't like a really nice orangey color, because oranges can go kind of either way, that we wanted a second choice. And she said, she's so nice to me. She's my dear friend. We've known each other since we were 9. That's a long time. She said, let's just order the both colors, because we came up with these 2 colors. She said, and if we don't, whichever one we don't pick, you can keep and do what you want with yarn. I said, yay, thank you. How could I turn that down, right? So this is called Persimmon. This one is Passion. I don't know if I mentioned it was Passion. This one's Persimmon. I don't know. It's a peachy, orangey color. And it's actually, I think I'm gonna talk to her today and show her. But I'm thinking this one, because This seems to be a little more baby-like, but not too babyish. You know, we didn't want to go with the pastel colors, the typical. But I just think maybe this would be a little bit subtler than this. I don't know. This seems a little more flashy, and this seems a little more subdued, which, you know, for babies right now. So, I don't know. If you want to comment and let me know what you think. It's hard, like I said, the colors are hard to see, so I don't know how accurate you're going to be getting. But I'm thinking the persimmon. So that's my stash enhancement. It's not really stash because, well, I guess it is because I get to keep some of the yarn. So we ordered 4 of each color. So, okay, I did get some new acquisitions, which are not yarn, but can be considered yarn related. I was at Goodwill the other day. Oh, yesterday while we were waiting for my son, there's a Goodwill within, you know, sort of walking distance, and I took a walk over. Okay, so the first thing I got was this notebook. It was like a couple bucks. And I'm going to show you, I hope if things don't all go crazy and fall out in here, because this is where I keep my circular needles. I had another one. It was a little bit smaller, and I was really outgrowing it. I'm going to try to show this to you without it falling apart. Okay, here we go. So this is how I keep my circular needles. They're in page protectors by size, obviously sorted by size. And the one I had was a little bit too small, and the rings were kind of not closing all the way, and it was a pain in the neck. So here, and I've got my double points over there, and the interchangeable little set that I have. And I'm so excited because it was like $2.99, I want to say. And it's got a zipper, which my other one had too. And I'm hoping I don't break it because it's already pretty full. But that's sort of the way I keep my circular needles. And it's got a handle. And it's cool. So there we are, compact. Because as you know, space is definitely a commodity in our living situation. And so anything I can do to condense things and to make them portable, because I do have to move stuff around a lot of the time, I really love. Okay. So a lot of you out there, if you know, you love project bags as much as I do. I love project bags as much as you do. But I am on a very limited income right now. And I have bought a few from Etsy. I did win one. The ones I bought were from Gimme Yarn 418. They're her Poor Girl bags. Love it. My favorite one, of course, is my Star Trek bag, which I love. So, but those are the ones I've purchased. I do like try to get them other places. Sometimes I just get the little grocery bags, the cloth grocery bags you can buy for like $1. I've had a few of those, and I've shown you some. I kind of did a haul at Goodwill for bags. I found some bags that I love and I'm going to use for my project bag. I was actually looking for bigger bags because I don't have a lot of large size ones. And with the blankets, I'm hoping I can keep them, you know, if not in one bag together, then at least 2 bigger bags with all the yarn. I just want to be able to have those all in one place together. So I found this one, 99 cents. I'm not kidding. It's so cute. It's got the puppies on it. It says the Humane Society of New York, I think it says, of the United States. So that was cool. It's nice and roomy. Let me show you this. I see how nice and roomy it is. Let me see. I got more in there. It's got a little Velcro closure here. And the best thing I think is that I love about it, besides the puppies, because I love the puppies, is it's got the zipper compartment in the front. And I'll be able to stick the pattern right in here and any other little things in here. So that's 99 cents. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. Okay, let's see. I got more. Okay, I got this one. This was also, these were all 99 cents. And I love that. I love the design on that. I think that's really cool. And it's just, you know, it's a tote. Ooh, crash. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, folks. Everything's okay. So it's just a tote bag, but again, nice size. You know, it can fit a good project, it's a good size project in there. And the last big one I got, which I love this one, is gorgeous because it was, I don't know if it was hand quilted or what, but it's got little quilting designs on it. And it's also got a nice zipper. So these were the bigger, and it's lined. And this one was like, I want to say this one may have been $2.99. I'm not sure. But Those are the bigger ones. And then I got a couple of little ones. I know, can you believe this? I think I spent all of $8 on all of these. So that was a really good deal. So look at this one. It's got the drawstrings. This will be great for a little smaller project, a hat, or you know, even a little shawl. And I love it because it's got the firm bottom, so you can kind of set it down like that and it won't go anywhere. And it's got the drawstring, and it's got pretty butterflies, which I love, and little pockets here to stick stuff in. And the last bag, I know, I'm sorry I'm going on about my bags, but this one is like my favorite because this is going to be for socks. I think this is a perfect sock bag. It's got the nice firm bottom. It's got the drawstring and little handles. 99 cents. I know, can you believe that? So that was my Goodwill haul. So as much as I love the beautiful bags people make on Etsy, and I do, and I wish I could buy all of them, I have enough bags now, I think, to last a while. And I only spent about $8. So I love getting deals like that. Okay, so that is that. That's my acquisitions that were not yarn. Okay, last thing I want to share with you. I subscribed, and I mentioned this I think a couple of videos back. I got some money for Christmas as part of my gift for Christmas. I subscribed to the Yarn Box sock, their new sock yarn subscription. Don't know if any of you are out there a part of that. I do have my February thing, so if you haven't opened your February one, this might be a spoiler for you. Okay, so it's supposed to be Yarn Box, and I'm kind of disappointed. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm hoping once I open it, it'll be better. But, okay guys, it's yarn envelope. That says Yarn Box. I wanted a box. I watch you people, you know, you guys who are subscribers get nice boxes with your yarn, and I got an envelope. I hope it's not a disappointment. So I didn't open it yet, and I'm gonna open it right now. Probably hear some crinkling. That's right, I like to crinkle packages opening. Okay, so here we go. There is on here, where is it? On the bottom, there's a, I haven't looked at it yet, there's a gift code to redeem. I don't know what that is yet, but, alright, so you're seeing this for the first time along with me. Here we go. Okay. So, this is the yarn. It's Cayugu, and it's 100% merino, and it's 50 grams, 175 yards. And let's see what it says. Yeah, it just says 100% merino. Okay, so this is it. It's a kind of a orangey peachy color. Not, you know, it's pretty. Not my favorite colors, but it's pretty. And then there's a little thing starting with the classics. It says our first ever sock collection features one of our favorite go-to sock yarns, Cayugu Premium Merino. This bouncy, tightly spun sock yarn has been a classic for years. And it's 2 skeins, probably enough to make a pair of socks. And there is a designer on here and a knit along for a re-released cabled sock pattern. So I'll go check that out, I'm not sure. So I'm a little underwhelmed. They already charged me for next month, so I'm going to give it another month's try. It's not as expensive, obviously, as their regular subscriptions, and so maybe, obviously, that's the reason. It's very soft, and it is pretty. It's just not my favorite colors necessarily. It's funny because it goes really well with that. Isn't that funny? It's very similar. I don't know what I don't know if I'll make, maybe I will make socks with these because I'm not sure what else I would do with it, to be perfectly honest. Any suggestions? I don't know. Maybe it'll be a giveaway because I passed my 100 subscribers, which shocked me anyway. So I may do a giveaway. I'll let you know. Maybe some of you might be interested and then you might like it. So I'm not sure. But anyway, that was my Yarn Box envelope. I think that's it, guys. So like I said, I'm going to be starting those baby blankets, and I'll probably be posting on Instagram. Don't know if I'm going to do a video next week. We'll see. It depends on what goes on. I may do one once I get these socks done to open up a new box of my Mystery Sock Yarn Club So that may be coming. I guess that's it for now. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful week where you are. I hope the weather starts getting better in the east. I know it sucks. I'm sorry. And that's about it. Happy crafting. Bye-bye. Alright, that's the Rio Grande. Pretty muddy. Not very deep. And sandy mountains. Pretty. And another section.